What's up, guys? I'm back with another review. Today I'm not talking about a movie, I'm talking about a TV show, and it's called Line of Duty. And this review covers the first series, or season as they would call it over here. This is a British TV show. It's a police procedural, and it centers on a guy named Gates, who's played by Lenny James from Walking Dead and like a million other things. Um, he plays a guy, this dude named Gates. He's basically a shining example of a police officer. Just impeccable record, sterling reputation, so many arrests, so many convictions. You know, basically a one-man task force against crime, essentially. Like, and even in his personal life, you know, he's married, he's got a loving wife, he's got kids. He seems to have like an almost ideal life, like somebody to be held up as like, this is how you should do things. But of course, things aren't always as they seem on the surface. And the anti-corruption task force has kind of seen a few little subtle things about Gates that kind of tip them off to be like, hey, maybe there's something here that we need to look into. So that's exactly what they do. They assign a newcomer to the division to keep an eye on him, like officially and openly. And then they bring in a woman who's going to go undercover and watch him from a not so open position. So essentially, everything Gates does is now under the scrutiny of the anti-corruption task force. That's the crux of this first season, this first series or season, depending on where you are, of Line of Duty. I really like this show. I thought it was really good. My only complaint is that it's only 5 episodes, but at the same time, it's like there's no time wasted. There's no filler. This is all good. Like if you stretched it out more, you would probably lose like some of that quality. And so I'm okay with it only being 5 episodes. There are definitely more seasons or series of the show, but I think each one kind of maybe has a contained arc. I'm not sure. Within our like main characters kind of getting, you know, larger arcs over the series. At least that's what I hope so far based on what I'm seeing in this first series. I really liked it. I think it's just so cool that they spent so much time on the Gates character. Normally on a show like this, the cops are kind of like the main stars, you know, but in this one they really take a lot of time to develop the suspect or the villain, whatever, and to let you get inside of his head and understand his motivations, you know, kind of develop his character to really flesh him out so that it's not just some generic bad guy or corrupt cop or potentially corrupt cop. And I really like that. It makes you invest into this situation because it's not like you're just like waiting for the cops to bring the hammer down. Like you want to know more about everybody involved, not just the police. What might kind of put some people off of this show is that it is actually a police procedural, which means that unlike a lot of American cop shows, it's not about a maverick cop who throws the rule book out the window or some like psychic or, you know, some weird power that the detective has. This is just regular cops doing regular cop work. And while it never gets bogged down in like tedious details, it does involve a lot of like grounded, kind of realistic approach to police work. People have to go to their superiors to get permission. They're not doing wild things on their own just on a hunch or, you know, of a feeling that they have. I appreciated that because it made it seem like, hey, this kind of thing could happen. Like it really felt like it was pretty plausible that everything on this show would happen, and that kind of made it better for me. But I know some people prefer that kind of wild, stylized kind of cop show, and that's definitely not what Line of Duty is. The performances are great. Lenny James definitely steals the show, but everybody was really good in this. I didn't have any complaints with the cast whatsoever. I don't really know what else to say about it. I just thought it was a really good show, just absolutely riveting from start to finish. As soon as I went through the 5 episodes in a row, like I didn't take a break in between them at all. I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good. You can get it on DVD here in the United States, as well as through Acorn TV's digital service. So, and if you subscribe to their digital service, it's kind of like a Netflix for British and Australian TV. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in there, and you can definitely binge and definitely get your money's worth. Over even if you only sign up for 1 month, you probably watch like a ton of shows if you really focused in on it. But Line of Duty Series 1, really good. I can't wait to see what happens in Series 2. And I would definitely recommend it if you're a fan of cop shows or police procedurals. Just keep in mind it's not a magic bullet show like a lot of the American cop shows are. Like I said, where the guy's a psychic or he can, you know, see through dead people's eyes or whatever, you know, weird powers some of these detectives have. So if you want a grounded, kind of pretty realistic or fairly realistic look at police work and corruption within the police force, I would definitely check out Line of Duty Series 1. Like I said, it's available from Acorn Media. Definitely check it out. If you want to read my full write-up of Line of Duty, I just posted it at markfusion.com. You can check that out, as well as reviews of a ton of other TV shows, including a lot of Acorn Media stuff, as well as over 1,000 movie reviews if you're interested in that. There's also a ton of other movie and TV show reviews in this YouTube channel playlist. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, at MarkFusion. You can go to Patreon, $5 a month, gets you all the exclusive content. And you can also follow me on Letterboxd. I post what I'm watching there. Obviously not for TV shows, unfortunately, but you can get an idea of what movies might be coming up on the channel soon by following me there. And then you can also hit that sub button if you like these videos. That's how you can definitely, the most direct way to help me out and help me jump through all the different hoops YouTube keeps putting in front of small creators for some reason. So thank you so much for watching this video. I do sincerely appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.